For many people sensitive to this unhealthy air quality, the best way to stay safe is to stay indoors. It's a major benefit if you have AC to filter out the particles. News 10 NBC's Christy Blake joins us live at Cobbs Hill Park. Christy, what are options for people who don't have a household filter?
If you don't have AC in your house or you don't have a filter, you have two options. One, get to somewhere that does have AC or a filter for this type of weather event. If you don't have access to that or you want to stay at your house, you could DIY it. The EPA says if you have a furnace filter and a box fan, you can take that furnace filter, put it on the back of the box fan, and that will filter the air through and keep the air moving. That's a big thing, if you can just be circulating that air. I mean, you can see already this morning the skyline behind me, just a thick haze over it. Eventually we'll see it turn yellow, that orange haze, much like you saw yesterday. For those DIYers out there, we have a link on our homepage for some other ways the EPA says you can stay safe inside. And like we have been talking about, it's not just the wildfire smoke we're talking about. This weekend has also been warm. Coupled with the wildfire smoke, does the high temps increase any of those impacts? Or are it just two problems we're dealing with at the same time?
Yes, the high temperatures do worsen air pollution. It helps the high temperatures help the chemical reactions that happen in the air between the air pollutants. So one thing we worry about is ozone. So ozone is, as I mentioned, an airway irritant. That's formed by sunlight and nitrogen dioxide and other pollutants. So that is one of the key things that can be accelerated with the heat.
We have been telling you the city and county are monitoring the AQI and will cancel or reschedule outside events if they become too dangerous. We've already seen a few live music events be canceled. We'll be the first to let you know when or if that happens. Here at Cobbs Hill, we've already seen some people running, some people biking, some people out with their animals. The animals not immune to this wildfire smoke, so you're definitely going to want to not take them on too long of walks or runs as well. Reporting live in Rochester, Christy Blake, News 10 NBC.
All right, Christy, great advice. And you can find all of our health advice to stay safe during this stretch of poor air quality. It's on our homepage at WHEC.com.
The smoky skies may remind you of 2023. First Alert meteorologist Nate Morris joins us live now from the sky deck. Nate, how does this air quality compare to what we saw 3 years ago in 2023?
Yeah, not as bad, Emily. 2023 was just an absolutely brutal year for wildfire smoke. I was in Massachusetts at the time, and it was pretty much just as bad there as it was in Rochester. Just constant wildfire concerns and air quality concerns throughout the summer. And so this new onslaught of smoke and air quality issues may make you think that we're going back to that. Now, right now, our air quality is at a 154. That is considered unhealthy, especially for sensitive groups who should try to avoid outdoor activity. And here is a map of all the ongoing fires and then that orange contour showing where that heavy smoke is flowing in. So this is mainly the fault of the upper level winds just steering that smoke straight into our area, and then we had a cold front yesterday that mixed it down to the surface. Now there is some good news. We do anticipate some rain to fall over this area of fire over the next several days and into next week, so that will help to quell the fires. But one thing that we're also keeping our eye on, which isn't that great, is that the upper level winds are expected to continue to steer that air over the northeast through next week. So our air quality is going to be really bad today, perhaps very unhealthy to the even hazardous zone, but then improving going into tomorrow. But we could see it return as an issue next week if the fire is not contained. So is this going to be as bad as 2023 was? It's unlikely, but it depends on whether we have prolonged heat and dry conditions creating more fuel for fire, the upper level winds steering the smoke into our area, which it looks like it will if those fires continue, atmospheric mixing. It doesn't matter if that air stays in the upper levels and never gets mixed down to the surface, but most importantly, more important than any of this, is fire containment. Can the fires that are happening now, can we quell them with the help of some rain? And are any more going to pop up that we then have to turn our attention to? In 2023, the fires just kept popping up. It was very hard to contain them. That was the main reason why it was an issue for so long.
All right, hopefully we don't see a repeat of that. Thank you, Nate.